Hey guys, welcome back. My name is Ryan. I'm a full-time reseller on eBay and Poshmark, and this is just kind of a video. I'm going to talk about just being a small channel with little views and honestly being a better eBay seller than a YouTuber. So my highest, I'll get into the first thing is my highest viewed video, there's two, is only 5 likes. So I am a tiny channel, but I still make these videos because I do enjoy it. While I am making this video, I am going to do some work, so hopefully I don't knock stuff around too much. I'm just going to get my pictures and everything listed. So I do appreciate anyone that's stopping by and wants to hear what I have to say about being a small channel, because I am a tiny channel that I don't even have 100 followers right now. So I am a little bitty channel, and it's okay. I'm still growing, I think, anyways. Every time I do post a video, it gets a little bit bigger, it seems. And by bigger, I mean like maybe one other subscriber. So I'm taking pictures of this Pendleton little wool. It is a really good pattern. I like that a lot, but it is not my size. It is a small. But so, being a small channel, there are a lot of things that get discouraging really fast, because you see everyone else make these videos and they already have the following, but you also got to take in consideration they've been doing it for a while, so they've built their following. So it's going to take time to get there. I posted my first video, I believe, 9 months ago, and it was just very brief. And then I did not upload another video until 3 months ago. So I had a 6 month of not posting anything. And I felt like that's probably why I don't have many people that watch, because I'm not really that consistent with it. But I want to get consistent with it. I just don't know the material I want to kind of say, I guess. Remember, when you are working with Pendleton wool items, look for those holes. This one's got little holes throughout, but they're so little that they're kind of hard to even see, and they kind of blend really well. So that's why I still picked this item up. I picked it up for $5.99. I think it'll still sell for a decent price. It does suck that it is a small, but it's okay. There's a tear in the armpit. Gotta watch for that too. And I knew it had holes when I picked it up. Some people see holes and they're like, nope, not doing it. I'll pick it up sometimes if they're just so tiny, So this one's just got like random holes throughout, but it'll be okay. Kind of rambling on that. So I'm a small channel. I don't have that many followers. I see people all the time that are YouTuber resellers, and they do all right. I seen one girl, and I can't remember her name at the moment, and I've only watched like one video, but she's only been doing this for like, even just reselling, for like 3 months, and she's already monetized and everything. And I watched one of her videos, and I'm just thinking to myself, what is so different about her videos than mine? And honestly, I couldn't really see anything except her just talking about her being starting reselling. So I'm like, maybe I should say, hey, I'm starting reselling, but I haven't. I'm just kidding on that, because I have been reselling for a while. I started back in, what is it? mid-March, I went full-time reselling, and honestly, I love it. It's fun. I do kind of want to try to break into the YouTube space, but I know it's hard, and it's going to take time to get there. And I just like reselling itself, it took time to get to where I'm at right now. I'm usually my 30 day or 90 day is almost always over 36. And for the first time, because like I said, I started doing this in mid-March full time, I hit over $100,000 in sales on eBay. And that's, not, profit. Maybe I need to look more into the camera. Maybe that's why. Because usually in a lot of my videos, I'm not really looking. But I know some people that are like, well, I hate just someone just standing there talking about, staying still. But also I don't really stand still that much. So I always feel like I have to be working, but I'm also kind of more of a volume seller because I do have like 2,700. Yeah, not 1,000. I messed up on the last video and said 1,000. 2,700 items in my store. So I try to keep up with that, but I do want to decrease it. I really do. I really want to focus more on items that are only going to make me $20 or more. And then really I should do $20 more and then a good sell-through rate. But I think I'm going to do $20 or more. Like if I can't post it for more than $20, there's no need for me to pick it up. Like right now, there's so many boxes of just merchandise around my house. Like my dining room is full of it, and I hate it. I hate that it's in my dining room. I want to buy another shed. I used to have a storage unit, but I got rid of it because I remodeled my shed. But it's only like an 8x10, so I knew it was going to be small. So I knew I eventually would have to get, more space, and I need to. I've been looking at different sheds because I would realistically, like, in your opinion, what would be a good size, like, storage? Like I said, I have 2,700 items. I'm thinking like a 12x30 would be perfect for it, but I don't know. Like, if you have a different size, like, storage, let me know. Because, like, right now, I have racks, and then I use these long boxes. I went with I think these are the 30s, I believe. No, these are the 32s. Well, it's really like 32 and a half. I could have went with 36s, but I went with a 32 because my old storage unit was a 10x10. Wasn't really a 10x10. It was like a 9.5 by 9.5. So I needed it. I had it on both sides of the storage unit, and I needed enough space for basically these to slide out still and have a walking path. So that's why I went with the 32s instead of the 36s, because 4 inches, that's 8 inches, and I've already lost out on space in the storage unit when I had it because they said it was a 10x10, but it wasn't really a 10x10. So just kind of a weird little thing. But let me grab this next item. So yeah, hopefully it wasn't too loud. That was right next to this mic, which is a really cool mic. I don't know if you guys have seen this. It is the Rode, Rode. It is the micro. I really like the micro. I know they have different models, and if there's a different mic to work hands-free that you like, let me know, because I'm always kind of changing stuff, but I feel like this works pretty good for me anyways, because it is just me. I do like that. Let me grab. Comes in this little case. It plugs right into my phone, this spare phone, and then it's got 2 transmitters, And I thought that was really cool. So if I ever have a friend want to chat with me, we can use the same thing and it'll pick up both our voices. So I actually haven't even tried it yet with someone else, which I need to try. That seems pretty cool. We got a marine layer here. Nice little check pattern. So back to being kind of a small channel. If you have a YouTube, what are some of the things you did to help grow? Like, I've had, Facebook and stuff like that. And I see some people, they post on Facebook or even, TikTok constantly, like at least 5-6 times a day. I'm like, man, how do they do that and still work? Maybe I'm missing something. Maybe I'm focusing too much time on something else. I don't know. But I would love to figure it out. But also, reselling is what makes my money. I make no money on YouTube right now or any of the other platforms. So, of course, I'm going to focus more on, how to make my money, because I have a family that I got to provide for and things like that. So, if you're kind of a small channel too, go ahead and drop your link below, or even just, comment something, and I'll check out your channel. Because, I think when you're kind of a small channel, it's just really hard to grow. It really is. Or at least to me it is. I could be completely wrong. But I feel like it's really hard to get over that hump and grow. Or at least for me. But maybe I'm doing something wrong. Like, if you feel like, hey, well, why don't you try doing this instead? I'd love to hear that. Because I would like to, really try to make something out of YouTube. But also, I kind of first just started YouTube just to kind of share what I'm going through. My journey of this. Because right now, I want to do thrift videos. Like, go to the store and record the thrift video throughout. But a lot of my Goodwills, they have signs that say, no recording. But I'm like, I've seen multiple people, other places that have the same thing and they record. I've recorded a little bit in my store before, just kind of whipped out my phone and recorded something really fast, but nothing like you see these full thrift hauls, which is really funny. About 2 hours away, which they're under a different kind of Goodwill corporation than where I'm at. They opened a new store and they were wanting, influencers or creators to come and kind of talk about their store. Actually, I take that back. When they opened the outlet around me, they did the same thing. They wanted those people there, but yet in their stores, it clearly says no recording. And I honestly don't think there are too many YouTubers around me. I know there's one guy, and I need to actually look at his channel. It hasn't popped up here recently. So maybe I should try to find him again. I'm going to go ahead and put like his YouTube, because I used to watch some of his too. There is another YouTube channel I watch, and they live in about 2 hours away from me, and I've seen them, and they do more storage units, which is pretty cool. Don't get me wrong. I just can't deal with all the junk though. That's my problem. I would love to do storage units, but I'm already out of space. I don't know if I could do a storage unit, because before my Goodwill outlet opened up, they used to put everything in like return pallets. They weren't returns, but they would put them basically in these totes like return pallets, and they were big. And basically it was really weird, but it was an auction. So there was a full row of these carts full of just random stuff in it. And everyone auctioned, and whoever won the auction got to go pick as many carts at that price that they wanted. Then they did the auction again, and then, which was usually lower, but sometimes it was higher. Then they did the auction again, and that person got to pick as many carts. And then it went all the way down to $2, and you basically, when it got to $2, whatever's left of the carts, you could buy that whole cart for $2, which was pretty cool. But here's the catch. You had to take everything in the cart. Everything. And I've bought in a few carts before, and there's just so much trash. And the auction started at 8, I want to say, and you had to basically be out of their parking lot by 9 o'clock. Or not 9 o'clock, sorry, 11 o'clock. And it was just so fast. You would see people buy their carts and basically have to chunk it in their vehicles. And it was pretty crazy. It got hectic. And there's so many times I got stuff and I'm like, man, I will never forget. Like, it was, I think, like my second time there. I bought like 4 cart loads, and I could not fit it all in my vehicle. I just could not fit it. So I had one full cart, and they say basically, if you don't take everything, you're like on a block list. And I'm like, man, I really don't want to be on a block list. You know, I really thought I could fit 4 cartloads in my vehicle, and I couldn't. So I went and talked to him like, hey, I have like half a cart that I can't fit in my vehicle. There's no possible way to fit it. And they're like, well, we'll take it, but you're on a warning, blah, blah. So I was like, oh, man, all right, so no more than 3 carts. So you got to be kind of selective. But there's sometimes people, they'll show up back then, no joke, with like a U-Haul truck ready to go, like a big U-Haul truck ready to just load up as much as possible. And they would even have their own like carts. They were like U-line carts. I don't know. I might see if I can post a picture of it. They were like U-line carts, and some people had their own U-line carts, and what they would do is basically dump that cart into another cart. But you'd have to be careful because you would see like, oh, it's just a bunch of toys on top, and then there was glass plates on the bottom. So you didn't want to like break things. It was a crazy time, but I did enjoy it. It was cool. I thought it was a really cool concept. And when I even told people about it, it blew their minds. That's how it went. Yeah. So, but once again, kind of just rambling about stuff. Just is what it is. So, being a small channel, what are ways I could improve my sales? What are ways that I could do to improve my views? I would love to hear your ideas, because I would love to grow this. And, get people in the comments and, start talking to people that are in the reselling community about things. Because I don't know why, if TikTok, I will say, is so easy to get trending. Like, you can just post almost anything and you'll get random people all the time to follow you. I feel like it's pretty easy. And I've been very inconsistent with my TikTok too. So I guess that's a problem. Maybe it's just because I'm inconsistent, with social media. I mean, I try to post at least once a week. I feel like that's pretty good. Maybe it's not enough. I don't know. And there's a lot of times I post like 2-3 times a week, and I really don't see a difference in it. But I could be wrong. I could be wrong. So, if you made it this far in the video, I do appreciate you so much, because if I can get more than 5 likes on this video, that would be awesome. So, I'm going to keep working on it, but seriously, if you have suggestions, leave them in the comment. I do appreciate it. And subscribe if you can, and we'll see you next time. Bye.